Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're going to be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance and we're taking a look at another mod. So this one is the Architect mod and this one was uploaded by DataFrame. So pretty cool looking mod here. So basically it's a base building mod. And it really does add all sorts of stuff. So you can see we're here at Privoslavets and you may see a castle up there if you haven't seen my previous video that I did. It covered, you know, a mod that adds a castle. And I really liked it, so I'm keeping it in. And I've added to the what I consider realisticness and what I had hoped originally would be in the From the Ashes DLC by using the Architect mod. So you can see I've done concentric ring walls out of the palisades all around the outside and then the inner ring. So we'll be touring through that. So while we're doing that, I'll just quick read what the mod author himself wrote about this. So it says, a modification for Kingdom Come Deliverance, which introduces base building mechanics and new features to the game. This project allows the construction of entities within the game world. This means that the player can spawn anything from simple props to flora and fauna, vegetation, houses, walls, towers, tents, chairs, benches, beds, etc. anywhere in the world. So you can see I've, like I said, I've built this outside wall. It's not perfect. There's obviously flaws with it because the mod is still relatively early in development. And so there isn't a pre-placement preview and the menu system is cumbersome and difficult to navigate, but you know, you can customize your world. So it says, in his things he says, make a backup of your saved games before doing anything else. Constructions are saved across your save games. There is no new save required. So basically it just... you don't need to start a new game, you can just install this mod at any point and edit stuff. Also, if you uninstall the mod after you've built something and saved, it will remain in the game, so it is persistent. So as you can see up here, like I said, I built the inner ring wall, so I have it right there, and then I closed it off the back of the church wall, built it up around front. There's no gates in the game, so right now you can see all these are open, but you know, if you're actually trying to be defensive in any way, shape, or form, you'd obviously you put gates on them. And we come down here and I utilize some more of the, I could probably line this one with it too if I wanted to be a little bit more realistic, but I utilize the bakery wall, put a gate here and there'd be a gate here, you know. Like I said, I definitely like how this looks. I think that this should have been an upgrade option in the game, because if you think about, you go from how it was before, this village would be at risk from a group of armed men, 5 to 10 of them, you know, potentially. And now you go to having this ringed wall. I mean, this is a pretty large area, so to actually defend the outer wall would take quite a few men. But just having the wall would deter attacks, especially humans and everything. And if you know, that would slow them down enough where everybody could get up inside this wall, even if you didn't have the castle here. And you'd have a very defendable point, whereas before it was, you know, basically just a super vulnerable village out in the middle of the woods, way too far from Talmberg to be defendable. So now that we've looked around and you've seen some of the stuff that I built with it, this is all pretty basic stuff. There's also trees and beds that are usable, cumin tents. Some of them are pretty big if you can pop off here. And I'll just quick show you a couple things. So here we'll have a bed. So you just press V and you can spawn in a bed. And it's usable, see? Sleep and save. And then if you want to delete anything, you just press G. And it's all through... scrolling. So I want to find some of the cooler tents and pop one down. Here's a pretty cool tent. Less cool tent. Watchtower. I want to find the big one. Aha! Look at this big boy. You can pop these, and now obviously right here it's not perfectly level, but you can pop down this stuff anywhere. It doesn't have, there's no building limits, there's no specific areas where you have to build. So this mod basically makes it so you can set up your own little base camp wherever you want. Was there ever a place in the game where you really wish there was a bed you could sleep in or a shelter you could use because you spend a lot of time there and you don't like having to go back to the inn? Well, this mod fixes that. There's all sorts of stuff too, so as you saw in there it said fauna and flora. So here, a tree, which is actually kind of nice. I'll find a better spot for that, because I want a tree up here. Look at that, majestic. I like that. Have a nice big old tree right in here. So, yeah, so now that I've kind of shown you this, I didn't want to do a whole step-by-step mod tutorial thing because I think Sexy Biscuit already did that. So if you want to go check that out, you know, pop over to that channel. Just going through the real meat and everything. But basically, I just wanted to kind of show you some of the cool things you can do with this mod. So here I've seen where I enhanced a existing settlement or area, and I think it turned out really well. Now I'm going to show you one where I just, well, you know, I was just playing around a little while, maybe 10-20 minutes, and I built one from scratch. So let's pop over and look at that. Alright, and so we're over here. Here's Rete, and we're just a little bit west of there. I kind of just picked an area where I knew it was kind of going to be open and no one really ever does anything. So, right over here. And as you can see, I built a little fort sort of thing. Not very period accurate, but, you know, just wanted to experiment with some of the different assets of the game and kind of see how it works. And like I said, this is all still pretty rudimentary, so you can see it's still just the same palisade walls. Obviously, I'm very excited for when some castle assets and, you know, once it starts getting more robust, I'm very excited for what I'll be able to build. But, you know, I built a little garden here, put a fire pit up. These, like, see this bench here? Apparently that one you can't use. Normally you can't use benches, but I must have set it up wrong. If you go upstairs, up in here, you got beds. You know, not the nicest beds. Again, like I said, there's no doors, so none of this has doors, but got a chair here and a bed you can sleep and save in. And, you know, outer walls, towers on all four corners. Kind of a nice spot, pretty. I mean, probably not a great spot for building, especially considering I popped it right in the middle of a field. But kind of gives you a good feel of what you can do. So like I said, if there's ever a spot in the game you really felt would be a good place to, you know, set up camp and have Henry live, well, now you can. As I said, in its current state, there's limited assets, but it is regularly updated, and it seems like the mod author, or mod authors, because I believe it's a team effort, regularly update this mod, and it should be getting better and better all the time. So like I said, link in the description. Quick notes on installation. Like any other mods from the Nexus, you just download it and then unpack it into the mod folder. To be able to use it, you need to be running dev mode. So you just have to make sure that you have dev mode turned on before you try to run this, otherwise it won't pop up. But that's relatively simple. So with all that in mind, like I said, this is the Architect mod. I think it's pretty fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it so far. I've been experimenting with all the different assets and seeing what I can and can't do. And like I said, it is relatively limited, but I see great things coming out of this one. And it is arguably the most ambitious mod that we've seen yet. So with all that in mind, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.